This episode was helped brought to you by our newest sponsor, Kalona Brewing Company. They're a brewery out there in eastern Iowa. So if you're in the area, make sure to stop by Kalona and check out their brewery. Great food at the restaurant there, great beer, obviously. If you're in the Midwest, check out any Hy-Vees. I believe they carry the 6-packs, and they have different types of flavors. So you guys are going to want to, definitely try that out. And I think throughout this whole process, Fishing Kid and myself for Sports Fanatics, we're going to be doing some giveaways here and there. If you guys can go ahead and tag us here and there with your Kalona beer. So other than that, enjoy the episode, guys. Check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beer Fish Fanatics. This is Granny with Ma Pop Fishing. We have
Kit with the Fishing Kit YouTube channel.
And today, a little bit different. We're not fishing. We're going to be freaking drinking today. Somehow, we got in, and we have a booth here at the Iowa Craft Beer Festival. They let a bunch of two idiotic Asians in here somehow. We snuck in, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, just two random dudes that like drinking beer and fishing.
Yeah. Well, and then today's episode is going to be a little bit different, guys. We have some people out here who actually like fishing, and they love beer, so that's kind of cool. We'll have them join us here and there. I think a little bit later we'll have Matt Bavrock. I think if you guys listen to our podcast, he was on our podcast a couple months ago.
Yeah, musky fisherman. He's out actually with one of the beer vendors here, Adventurous Brewing.
Yeah, so we'll definitely get a chance to get him on, hopefully 5-10 minutes, try some of their beer. And then obviously in a couple minutes here, I'm going to head over to Kalona Brewing. Shout out to them because it looks like they're in their tap ready. I can see over here. So Fishing Kid and myself, we'll head over there. We got some cups. We got to try some beer, right?
Yeah.
There we go. And then just to kind of give everybody a heads up, we're drinking our sorrows away. Yesterday, we sucked when it came to fishing. We didn't care. I maybe got 3-4 bites, but, Fishing Kid over here saying, no, those are rocks. So
yeah, I didn't land one fish yesterday.
Yeah, so there you go. It was a tough day. We went to a spot where typically we would catch pretty easily, at least bait fish. We struggled. Luckily, we had Bo to catch us some bait fish.
White bass.
White bass, yeah.
For bait.
There you go. Well, he actually caught some crappies. Man, that guy caught everything yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, white bass, crappie, catfish.
Yeah, we didn't catch shit.
Well, we were trying to record too, so.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, way to blame it on the recording.
Yeah, that's my excuse.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
we didn't get any bites with the catfish stuff, though.
He was way too focused on catching the fish, right? Recording besides catching the fish.
Yeah.
There we go. So, but anyways, like I said, this is going to be a little bit different podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoy. We'll get some fishing guys on here. We're going to be doing a lot of taste testing. I mean, there's over 50 breweries here, local. We're here, honestly, to really support local businesses in Iowa. Obviously we're born and raised here in Iowa, and we love supporting the small businesses. And
raised here. I was raised here.
I was born and raised here. And we're gonna try to get as many breweries in here to, if they want to, give us some taste tests of their beer and get you guys at least to know if in your area, if you're here in Iowa, so that way you guys can go try their breweries. So give them a little publicity.
Publicity.
And by the way, it's SWAS.
Yeah, swamp ass.
It is swamp ass today. It's about 90, supposedly around 90-ish, but with the heat index and with the humidity, it is not cool. I'm sweating, and it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty warm already. It was like 80 degrees at 9 o'clock this morning.
It sure was.
Yeah.
But other than that, guys, stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to probably get something to eat before we try all this beer. At least that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I haven't eaten anything yet.
Neither have I, and we don't want to be slurred speech by the end of today.
Might happen anyways.
It might happen anyways. All right. Stay tuned, guys.
All right, catch you guys later.
All right, we're back, everybody. This one we're going to try from our neighbors here, 515 Brewing. If you guys get an opportunity, they're out of Clive, Iowa. And this one we're trying, it's called the Denman's Session IPA. And this one's special. I think he said it was a 3.7 alcohol content, so it's kind of an introduction to IPA. So this is definitely a good one.
Yeah,
and what was
pretty
special
light. They got hops from Pink Boots, Oh my God, it's so bad.
I don't know. I think they provided the hops for it when they brewed. So
Pink Boot Society.
That's it. Pink Boot Society. So we're gonna try it out. No, this is. Oh wow, it's really, really light, but it's got body and it's got a pretty good flavor for a 3.7.
Yeah, super light. I'm not like super in depth with my beer, and I can't tell you all the layers, but hey, it's easy drinking.
Yeah, and it's got really, really good citrus stuff. So if you like, because I love when I drink IPAs, I love smelling it, obviously, because that's you get the fruity smells and everything into it. So no, give this a shot. If you guys in the Clive area in Des Moines, Iowa, or in Clive, and stop by 515 Brewing and give this Session IPA a shot. I think it's a new release. So,
All right, cool. Cheers.
Cheers, man. All right, everybody, welcome back. We have special guest here. I think if you follow us since the beginning of Sports Fanatics, he was on a couple months ago, Mr. Matt Babrock, and we got a chance to have him on site today. How's it going, sir?
It's going well.
Yeah, you're would you say you're representing Adventurous Brewing today?
I would say, yeah, I'm representing Adventurous today.
Yeah. So Matt's out here. He's helping out with them. And how are you? Like, how do you know those guys?
So my wife used to work with John in his previous job. John is one of the owners of Adventurous Brewing, and so that's kind of how we got to know John, was through his previous position before Adventurous. So then, and he'd been like a micro brewer at home beforehand, before he got really involved with Adventurous, but now he's a co-owner, and yeah, so we get to try a lot of really nice beer, really good beer, and so we're here to help him and support him and Adventurous and their pursuits today.
Cool. And then quick shout out to John. We were talking about this earlier. So he dropped off beer to me. I think it was that episode, a couple episodes ago. I think towards last year. But he didn't stop in. He just dropped off beer. I mean, you can't freaking beat that, man. He just dropped off beer, ding dong, and left. I was like, holy shit, that was awesome. I didn't even get to say thank you or anything, but
it was like the COVID times too.
It was COVID times, but I'm just like, dude, that's like a dream come true. That's what my wife said. You open the door and you got freaking beer.
Free beer, free IPAs. I told you guys I was gonna hook you up.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And then we were just talking to Matt a little bit earlier. How's fishing been, man? How's musky fishing been? Right now we're middle of summer, hot. How's fishing been for you, and what do you recommend to non-musky fishermen who want to be musky fishermen?
So right now we're kind of right in the middle of summer peak, so water temps down here are really hot, and I know that there's been some issues up north where those water temps have climbed into the 80s to that zone where it's not quite safe to be fishing for the muskies, and I know that some of the guys in Minnesota have been dealing with that, especially in the Madison area, and then as that creeps north into the northern Wisconsin area, the Northwoods. But I think up there the temps have started to come down and equalize a little bit, but here we had that good cold front in July, so I was able to get out a little bit then, but as soon as you start getting those 90-degree days, then the water temp shoots right back up, and it's not safe for the fish. And with the amount of effort that the DNR puts into those fish, the amount of time it takes to grow them, it's just not worth risking it to try and catch fish if, it could end up dying on you. You can wait a couple weeks and get them in the fall when the getting's a lot better than it is right now. But overall, musky fishing this year started off really slow for me, which, that's pretty typical for the fish at 10,000 casts. But I hit a really nice window when we went up to Hayward there in June, and it was awesome. I don't know if it was just...
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Dude, we didn't even jump into the beer that Matt brought. My bad.
Still can?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what'd you bring us, Matt?
I brought us Heavenly Crisp. It's a pickle sour from Adventurous. So if you like pickles, you'll enjoy the beer. If you don't like pickles, well, it's probably not the beer for you. But.
I'm fine with like pickles in my like burgers and stuff, but pickle drink.
This is
I don't
gonna.
know.
You know what?
We'll see how much I like pickles.
So I'm different from you. I love pickles, and I love pickles when I do a shot as a chaser for like Jameson. If you ever do it's called a pickleback kit.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the shot a little bit easier to withstand. But I'm not a huge fan of sours. So we're gonna find out.
Oh yeah, I'm sours. But I'm open today. Like I was telling Granny earlier, I'm a white belt. I'm here to absorb everything.
We are white belts when it comes to beer, but we are in paradise in my opinion, beer paradise. So All right, cheers, Matt.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Wow.
Yep, that's as good as I remember it.
It works somehow. It works.
It's sour, but it's not like.
No, it's not like.
I was thinking it was
Yeah.
gonna straight up taste like pickle juice.
No,
Yeah.
just a hint.
Yeah, there's like a hint of it, but
Yeah.
I was like ready for like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get smacked in the face with some pickle juice here. But yeah,
So give everybody where's Adventurous Brewery? What's the address? Where are you guys located?
It's located in Bettendorf, Iowa, and they're in the Quad Cities. Their tap room is slated to open here sometime this fall. There's a few things that John and Chris need to wrap up with getting set up and organized before they open. You know, the actual open. They've kind of had a soft open where they do distribute cans out of their location, but nothing like official taps or anything just yet.
Well,
Very, very close.
let us know when they do open. We can possibly go record an episode up there, and then on top of that, we can go fishing in the Quad Cities, man.
Yeah, I did a little experimenting over Memorial Day with the lake up there, so
Okay.
there's some water to hit there for sure.
And then just so everybody knows, Matt doesn't just target muskies only. He's just really, really, really good at that, obviously. But he also goes after wipers, crappies, obviously, you know, during the ice season and everything. But you guys got to go check out his YouTube channel. Really exciting, especially if a lot of I do know a lot of our listeners are getting into the muskie scene. So I mean, you guys should definitely check out Matt's channel and learn a thing or two. That I'm excited. I got to catch one of these days. I got to go fish for one.
Oh, did I tell you I had one on? I hooked up with one.
Really?
I was out at lake north of Des Moines, and well, there's big shad, like those big shads I was talking to you about earlier, those 16-inch shad. So I was going out there, you know, trying to snag those shad for bait or whatever, but the water was super clear, and there's this muskie, like just hanging out. There's this picnic table underwater. I think somebody just threw it in there, and he was about as long as the bench on the picnic table.
There's some big ones.
Yeah, and then
Iowa waters.
I was telling my buddy Bo, I was like, I bet if I snag one of these shads, he's gonna come and eat it. And guess what happened? I snagged one, so I played with it in the water, and then he just smacks it.
Oh, you're supposed. Okay, you were still. It was an action shot, kid.
Oh, sorry.
You're still supposed to be talking, man.
sorry. But yeah, like he just smoked it, and I did not know what to do. I kind of knew it was gonna happen, but once he took off, I was like, Like I should have loosened up my drag so he could maybe get like one more bite, because I didn't have hooks in him.
Yeah.
So I think if he had one more bite, I probably would have got hooks in him, and then maybe he probably would have broke me off because I had like 6-pound line or something.
To add on to that, I found out this year up in Wisconsin that live bait can be very, very effective.
Yeah.
I was running some live bait up there, and I've never done that before. And, you know, I hit a really nice window up there where it was like just after that post-spawn period where they're really hungry, and then the water heated up really fast, so it like supercharged their metabolism. So it was like this perfect kind of confluence of events, and I was very fortunate to put family members on fish, to get some myself, to catch my personal best up there, actually on a Ridgeway Customs bait, so an Iowa bait maker. I caught my personal best muskie in Wisconsin on an Iowa bait maker's bait.
Nice.
Which is
pretty
pretty cool. And then to add to the live bait thing, I mean, the thing with that is, you know, it's such a weird deal, but you know, when they want to eat that live bait, there's nothing you can do to take it away from them, because they latch on. And one of them I had, you'll see it in one of my videos coming up, it air jaws a live pike that I was running.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
It was like Shark Week that day. It was awesome. And then, you know, that same night I went out and was running another one, and the muskie grabbed it, and I kid you not, that muskie ran probably 50 yards with that fish in its mouth before it stopped. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get caught up to this thing running my trolling motor by the time he drops it. But no, he was hungry and eating, and it was insane. So very fortunate. And it's kind of cool too. We had one later on in the summer follow a live pike I was running for about, when I started keeping track of time, about 50 minutes. Just insane. And it was just back there. You could just see it stalking it the whole time, but he just didn't want to eat it. I don't know what was wrong, or if it just was curious. I don't know. Very weird.
How many lines can you have in Wisconsin?
I believe it's 2, just like Iowa.
Okay.
There's some places I think that allow more than 2. And you can run game fish in northern Wisconsin as bait, but it counts towards your daily bag limit. So for example, I was running a live pike a couple of those days. So say I go through 2 pike as live bait, well then I can only keep 3 pike as my possession limit or bag limit for the day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I need to look at the Iowa situation. I think it's the same deal here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same. Because like the fish we catch, like crappies, white bass, whatever, I use those for bait all the time.
Yeah.
I just use white bass, no limit, so I don't really have to worry about it.
Right.
As long as I catch it on, hook and line.
Right. Yeah, you can't net game fish in Iowa.
Right.
That's the big difference.
No, I think you're right. It does count towards.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, which makes sense.
You're harvesting that fish.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So it definitely makes sense on that. But hopefully this week, upcoming week, I think Fishing Kit and myself, hopefully we can get out, catch some wipers. I think that's the goal and plan. And if we do, we're going to give this gentleman a call and
please do.
See if we can try
hopefully
and get out.
Like, yeah, come on down, it's on fire.
And then, worst case scenario, we're just going to drink beer. So can't be that bad, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, the wipers keep you occupied when the water temps are too hot to fish for muskies down here, but soon.
Even then, the wipers, they're a little sensitive too when it gets like really hot.
Yeah, they don't like to come up out of that deep water.
Yeah.
I've noticed that on some of the lakes I've been fishing here lately. You can see, I'll side scan them, know for sure that's what they are because they have a very distinct pattern and group when they school up, and you know instantly that that's what those fish are on side imaging. But yeah, getting them to go is a whole different thing, especially when they have a lot of food down there too that they can exploit.
And then even then, like I try to take care of those too. Maybe not to the extent as somebody would for a muskie, but yeah, like because wipers, I would say they just fight until they die. I guess maybe every fish does.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They just have a lot more stamina than muskies.
Right. Like
muskies fight really hard for about 30 seconds and then they're done. So, and you definitely don't want to tire them out too much, otherwise you really put themselves, at risk for bad news.
Come grab a sticker. Go ahead. So, summer, what goals you got, Matt? I mean, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to fish different areas, PBs? What are you looking to do? I guess.
Actually, most of my goals for the season I met. My goal this season was to get 20 muskies. I'm at 21 right now.
I'm gonna top you off, man.
That's fine. Go ahead. So I was happy to meet that goal. I don't know how many total we've put in the boat. I'd have to do the math on that one. I suppose now reevaluating my goal after meeting that one, I think is now 27, because I think 27 for me is fish 100, which I've only been at the muskie game for a while, and that's not a huge deal. It's a big deal to me, but I realize that there are really good guides out there that are on like fish 60 this season already and have put hundreds in the boat every year. And
well, you're not like technically a guide, are you?
It's not like you're doing that for a living, you know what I'm saying?
It'd be nice.
It would be nice, but hey, let us know when you hit that 100 mark. Let us know, man. We'll definitely we'll reach back out to you. We'll give you some love, man.
Hopefully we can cross that unicorn off the list this fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once the bite starts heating up, I'll reach out and hopefully we can coordinate something.
Kit caught a muskie. He snagged a muskie up at Clear Lake. He doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
So this fall, that's our goal.
Yeah. I talked about reaching out to you guys this spring and stuff, and I just was never really on that.
Yeah, we talked about it. You were never on that bite.
I was struggling. It wasn't until actually Memorial Day weekend when I visited John. That was the weekend that I finally caught my first fish over 30, and that was, I don't know. I had probably over 200 hours on the water by that point.
Wow.
Just lost fish and frustration and just everything that could go wrong would, and it's just part of the deal. But eventually the universe finds a way to equalize itself, and Wisconsin treated me very well this year. So
at least you got Wisconsin as like your backup. It seems fairly consistent whenever you go up there.
Yeah, it is, and usually June is pretty good up there, and it's pretty the patterning up there is pretty much where are those fish at in the spawn? Have they, are they post spawn right away? Have they been spawned out for a while? So like this year when I got up there, I was on one of my summertime spots, and I had a follow in the first like hour and a half I was there, and I was like, perfect. I know exactly what these fish are doing. it gave me a clue as to spots that I can fish, you know, and where they were at in that spawning progression. So then it makes those fish a lot easier to target. I mean, they're not an overly complicated creature like most fish. It's just trying to figure out how to get them to bite. That's usually the issue. But yeah, Wisconsin can be good. During summer peak, it can be very inconsistent. Like right now, I know there's a guide up there who's put some really nice fish in the boat here recently, like this week. But, you know, sometimes during that summer peak, there's been times where I've been up there and, you know, it's a week before I even see a fish. So it's so variable the further on as that heat in the summer kind of progresses.
Okay. We're going to have to make a trip to Wisconsin. We actually have, I think, one of our biggest audience is Wisconsin listeners.
Really?
Huge.
Makes sense.
It's I mean, I had no idea, but I was looking the other day. It's probably our top 3 group of listening to this in Wisconsin. So shout out to you guys. And then also, I mean, we got to go at least drink the Spotted Cow beer. I mean, I get it all the time, but
it's obligatory. Yeah. You have to do it.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. It's what I'm drinking when I'm up there.
See? There you go. So shout out to Wisconsin. We'll definitely, listeners, thank you so much for the support, but we'll definitely make a trip up there. We'll let you guys know if we get an opportunity. And like you said, man, muskie seems like a good opportunity to catch a muskie. Oh, what's his name also is up there too, I think. The DeYang?
DeYang.
Yeah.
He's out of Wisconsin.
Yeah. Shout out to DeYang on there. We'll reach out to you because they have the salmon run too.
Yeah.
So we can do that.
Is that in the fall? Do you know, Matt?
I think it is in the fall and maybe in the spring too. It's where the salmon all come out of Lake Superior or Lake Michigan.
And he said.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, that's exactly what he was catching last year.
Yeah, because I think what happens is then once stuff starts to cool off, I think that's when they spawn. I don't know. I don't know salmon all that well, but I know that they, in Superior, which is just north of Hayward, where our cabin is, then they get into a pretty good bite up there during the fall. Okay. But I think that those fish are tough to locate during the summer, from what I understand. I don't really know much about it. There's a couple guys that I am friends with that have done the trolling thing on Lake Michigan for them and have some success there, which it looks like a blast if you can figure it out. But their trolling equipment is just out of control, like the downriggers and the stuff that they're running.
Yeah, they're fishing.
It's pretty well.
They're fishing like super deep water too,
like
right?
over 100 feet.
Help yourself to a sticker. But yeah, no, I think the wife wants to go up there, so and take the kids up there. So it'd be kind of cool to go up to Wisconsin. We can make a trip of it.
I love Wisconsin, I really do. The funny thing that I've encountered when being up there is a lot of the locals will talk about how crazy the pressure has been the last 2 years, and it's like not.
Oh, okay.
It's like not, because it's like you guys need to come down to Iowa and fish and figure out what pressure really is. And
that's true.
That's not a slight on them. It's actually, that's me showcasing how great of a fishery it is, because they have so many bodies of water that spread out that pressure. I'm sure there's probably more anglers up there, but there's just more places to spread that pressure out. Especially during COVID times. I'm sure you guys. I mean, it was just bonkers the amount of pressure our lakes were seeing down here.
It's still up there. I
agree.
Pressure's still quite a bit, but you know what? It's okay. They could be doing worse things, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Just clean up after your shit, all right? Pick up your shit, please. Pick up your trash, guys. That's the only thing we ask. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We had this conversation on the last time we had Matt.
Yeah.
Pick up your shit, man.
It's an ongoing discussion.
Yeah. So. But other than that, man, it was awesome to have Matt stop by, swing by, grab, give us some beer here and everything, give us some knowledge, and hopefully we get a chance to fish with him here soon here in the coming months, coming weeks. You got anything else for Matt, Kit?
Yeah, speaking of fishing with Matt, so I noticed lately on Facebook you've been posting pictures of new people that are getting their first muskie, with you.
Yeah.
So what would your advice be for a newbie like me? If I'm gonna hop on your boat, what do I need to do? Let's say I hook up or you hook up. I don't want to be like, oh man, so much pressure, I'm so nervous.
I would say, listen. If someone's guiding you, just listen to them, because they know what's going on and they'll do their best to help you through that situation. And you'll see where I hold the fish for people. Sometimes people aren't comfortable holding that fish. It's a big fish. It's got teeth. If you don't know what you're doing, it can hurt you. I mean, there's no denying that. So then, you just got to be smart. Listen to your guide. Listen to the person in the boat that knows more. And if you're not comfortable, just let them know. That there's times, and then if they want to hold the fish, walk them through how to do that, do those things, and I don't know. Does that kind of answer your question a little bit?
Yeah, I think so.
And like fighting the fish too, listen to what they're doing. You know, if they're telling you to reel quicker, or you know, doing something at the 8, like within the figure 8 or something right at the boat. There's a lot of different things that work hand in hand to trigger those bites and those fish.
Okay.
So there you go.
I'll keep that in mind when I hook up a muskie in your boat.
Have a big net, proper release tools, all the things. Take care of the fish.
So pretty much go with somebody that at least knows what they're doing a little bit. It helps.
That's the best way to get introduced to muskie fishing, just because they are
Pick them some stickers.
just because they are such a big fish, and they do have the potential to hurt you if you don't know what you're doing.
But yeah, no. Like I said, I think when I was blue cat fishing, luckily I had gentlemen that know what the hell they're doing. I didn't just jump into it. So I think when we're really gonna go after muskies, obviously we're gonna get you and somebody that knows what they're doing. So
That's something you need to do, Matt. The blue catfish.
You guys look like
dude.
you have a really good time with that. Those fish are huge.
We do. We'll talk offline about that. We can get you on some of that. It's pretty cool stuff. So
That's awesome.
But other than that, like I said, thank you so much, Matt, just spending the time with us. You know, check out his YouTube channel. Where can they get a hold of you?
If you want to check out my YouTube channel, check out Matt Vavrock Fishing. If you have questions about muskie fishing or fishing in general, or curious about something that I feature on one of my tackle talks or something like that, just message me on Instagram or Facebook. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Love to talk fishing, so
Cool.
feel free to reach out. I'm a friendly guy. At least I'd like to think so.
All right.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Cheers,
Cool,
and let's go
cool.
drink some more, boys.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, Beer Fish Fanatics back again. Just kind of give everybody a heads up. Looks like the festival is underway. We have a lot of the VIP entrants are coming in right now. They're getting some swag bags too, so they can keep whatever they want. It looks like everybody gets a free tasting. So by the way, if you guys haven't been here, make sure you guys come. It's unlimited drink tasting of all these craft beers. So like I said, we are definitely in heaven. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Kalona Brewing Company. They gave us the Blue Hefeweizen. It's 5.1% alcohol content. It's a blueberry. Blueberry.
Makes sense.
Blue half is it on there. So we're going to try this out. See how it tastes. That is actually really damn good. I'm not a huge fruit beer guy, but this is actually pretty darn good. And we're having a lot. It's really packed today. So like I said, this is just the VIP people are just coming in. Fishing Kid and myself, we're just having fun giving away our stickers and everything, and we're just recording and drinking beer, man. You can't beat this, dude.
I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know how we got a booth here, but shout out to Kalona. Like I said, they snuck us in somehow. So
I think everybody here is either a brewery or food.
Yes.
We are neither.
Hey, but you got to be a first, right? So hopefully, and what we're doing is we're talking to a lot of breweries already, and we're going to be doing taste tests all day today. We're going to record, and we're going to give you guys honest opinion, what we think of the beer. And this one, like I said, I'm not a huge fruit beer guy. I just like might as well try it out. It's actually really good. The blueberry's not too heavy, right?
No.
And it's not.
The blueberry's not like overpowering or anything like that.
And that's my biggest thing about fruit beers. It becomes overpowering, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But this one's really good. It's not sour, so I don't know if there's a lot of people who like sours too, but I'm not a huge sour guy. So this is not sour. It's really good. So make sure if you guys get opportunities in Eastern Iowa, stop by Kalona Brewing and try out this blueberry hef.
Oh, all right, killed it.
Cheers, Kit.
Cheers.
We'll do a quick one here. Welcome back, Beer.
This better be quick so you can get Bruno on.
Right? We got to grab Bruno on. This is awesome. We have two famous guys here in Des Moines, Iowa. They just came across us. We're like drinking beer. We're by two Asian lonely guys. There's no line in front of us, so obviously we're not passing out beer. So, but Mr. Ross Peterson, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me back, guys. I was so glad to. I was so excited when I saw that you guys are going to be a part of this event, man. Since we met, I don't even know, 6-8 months ago.
Yeah.
Man, it has been awesome to see what has happened with your podcast. And when I saw you guys were invited here, I mean, even on my show, I was like, wait a minute, you're having the Beer Fish Fanatics, guys. I love these dudes.
Hey, that was my reaction too. I was like, what? What?
We had no idea. We're just like, dude, I told you, we just talk shit about fishing and beer. Like, how
What the heck? Honestly, since I've since I came on, it has been so cool to see all the things that you guys have done. I've loved a lot of your episodes that you guys have had in the last couple of months. Have just been dynamic, man. You guys have pulled together some awesome guests. So the growth of this has been amazing. Keep it up, man.
Yeah, we are. We love it.
All
right,
I can't take any credit. That Grandy's pulling the way. I'm just here. I'm just here to drink
Here's
beer.
what I'll say. Grandy's the one out there promoting it, but you're the real star.
Oh,
we all know.
Thank you.
True. At least when it comes to fishing, I'll give him his due.
When it comes to beer, though, it's for all of us, right?
There you go.
Right.
By the way, have you guys filled up for your thing in September?
The trip? Yeah. Oh, dude, I got a phone call from the resort today as I was walking around the festival here, so I don't know.
Okay.
I think we still have some spots open on the bus trip that goes up to Ballard's Resort.
Okay.
We go fishing in Badette for 3 days. We leave September 26th on a bus, and you take nothing with you. You can take beer and clothes.
Okay.
And we start drinking before we hit Ankeny.
Ooh, yeah. Wow. Love it.
We have a great time the whole time, and then it's 3 days of guided fishing. Now, I'll be honest, Kit, I don't know if it would be these guys that are guides. They're so good at recognizing what your skill level is and then adapting to it.
Right.
But there's a lot of hand holding that's available on those trips. And so for guys that are real hardcore fishermen, sometimes that can be an annoyance. You know what I mean? And they do it. They really do. These guys do a great job of recognizing, like, oh, this dude knows his shit. He's going to be able to handle everything, and I'm just going to stay out of his way and let him do his thing.
Right.
And then you can be on the boat with an 8-year-old, and they're over there helping him with every step. So
yeah, that's cool. I'm just hoping, like, I don't want to come across as like, oh, I know what I'm doing, whatever. I don't need your help. But because
I'm telling you, without saying it, Kit, these dudes that are professional guides, because I know you've gone on some guided trips. Or are you guiding trips? Did I see that?
We fish with guides.
yeah, we fish with
Yeah, that's
guys.
what I'm saying. You fish with guides.
Yeah.
Guides are so good. Like,
Yes.
they know right away how much hand-holding you need. They've got this, like, sixth sense for it. And the guys up there that do it 365 days a year, man, it's on point. So you would love it. I have literally taken this trip with my 10-year-old son and my 93-year-old friend, Keith Kirkpatrick. So it is a trip for everybody and every skill level.
That sounds so awesome. Like, basically, like you said, 8-year-old can go, 90-some-year-old go.
Yeah.
Hardcore fishermen can go.
Yes, yeah, and you'd enjoy it. Bruno's going to go this year on that trip for the first time. He's been, Bruno's been up to Canada with me a couple times, so that's a bit different because up in the Canada trip that we that's the one that Bruno and I really try to pitch to people because it's just amazing. We had it sold out this year, and then they opened the island they opened the border a little bit too late for them to get the island ready.
Yeah.
But that one, when you go up there, you're on an 18-foot Lund. There's a guide in a boat. You're following that guide, but you have your own. You can drift thousands of yards away from that guide if you want, and kind of find your own spots
and do your own thing.
Do your own
That's pretty
thing.
cool.
That's a really cool thing. When you're on the chartered boats up in Minnesota, that's the one I think for guys like us that like to move around and do our own thing. That's the one holdback is that you're at that guide's mercy. You know what I mean? If he wants to fish the shallows, you're fishing the shallows.
Yeah.
You don't get to steer the boat.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about when I go fishing with my friends that have boats. I'm like, I don't want to take over the boat. Like, hey, let's go here, let's go there.
Right.
I'm just kind of, but at the same time, like, man, I wish we'd go.
I
over
wish
there.
we could. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a difference. All right, I heard the last person ask you favorite brewery you've had here.
Favorite brewery? Well,
That doesn't sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Stickers. I would say the best. You know what? Go ahead. Help yourself.
Well, I mean, it does say $15
$15,
by
but
it.
it's all right.
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. I would have to say honestly, the best red that I've had was this one.
Is Carol?
Carol red.
Carol's
Are you-
red is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Are you just saying that? Are you just saying that because Bruno's here?
Wait,
That is a very smart person there.
there you go.
I
There
should
you
have
go.
said.
It's very good though.
We have
It's
to
very
exclude sponsors and present company. Is what I should have been more clear.
I didn't hear that second part, but no.
good. Yeah, it's very good though.
My surprise winner of the day has been Torrent. Now I'm a sour guy. I like sours and stouts. The best stout I've ever had in my life I had today.
No.
I swear. That Toppling Goliath stout that they were serving. Did you guys get a chance to get that?
No. Is it all gone?
I don't know. If it was.
I bet if it's that good, it's probably all gone.
Off the charts. But as far as sours, Torrent out of Ames, they're amazing. They brought like 4 different sours that are killer.
So how do you feel about like pickle beers? I guess that's a thing.
It is a thing. I'm assuming from the way you phrased your question, you're not a big fan.
Well, actually, our buddy Matt Vavrock, he's over at the Adventurous Brewing booth.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Help yourself.
There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them.
There you go.
There you go.
Do you guys like to fish?
Fish and talk beer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's exactly what we're talking.
Fishing and drinking go hand in hand.
Yeah. I would say we're gonna have to go try that Torrent, right? You said Torrent?
Yeah, it's the white tent just a couple down here on the left behind you guys, so it's on the row behind you. They do great stuff.
We'll stop by there, give it a shot.
It's been my winner for today.
All right, cheers. Cheers, Ross.
To you boys.
Thank you for stopping by.
Man.
Appreciate your time.
So good to see you
empty.
guys.
I'm empty, but cheers.
All right, cheers anyway. Kate. All right.
We got to go and get some. And then Ross has a wedding to go to, so he's nice and lubricated. We're just talking about that.
I hope my wife doesn't listen to this episode.
I don't. My
You know
wife,
what?
My wife don't listen to me.
She about to learn today, ain't she?
All right. Thank you so much, Ross. Appreciate it,
See
man.
you,
Thanks,
boys.
Ross.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, check out Ross on the Sports Fanatics.
Check out
JSNL.
Sports Fanatics. Check out also monthly the Iowa DNR. Ross Peterson, Jeff Kapaska. This last episode, badass. Love it.
The dude who talked about the high school fishing. Oh my gosh, what an amazing thing that guy has done. A dude that's never fished in his life. He's caught 6 fish in his entire life, and he has created the high school fishing network. It's amazing.
Go check out the Iowa DNR's latest podcast with Ross Peterson and Jeff Kapaska. That was a badass episode.
Thank you, boys.
Keep
Keep it up, man. It's awesome to see your growth. I'm excited to see what's next.
Cool, awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Love you guys.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Beer Fish Fanatics, and we have Mr. Bruno, Beer of Des Moines. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. What's up, y'all?
There you go. So if you guys listen to Beer with Bruno, KXNO, you'll definitely realize that voice right there. You have a distinct voice, by the way.
That's what my mom says.
I was gonna say people probably say the same thing about me, but more annoyed.
Yeah, I've had people walk up behind me at the bait shop and go, "This is either crazy or awesome. Are you Bruno?"
So it was really awesome, though. I mean, I was not actually lying. Earlier, we were talking with Ross. Carol's Red is really damn good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty damn good.
No, we brew at Carol Brewing beer for people who want to drink more than one beer.
There you go.
We don't. It's nothing about our beers are truly aggressive. They're always low ABV, mostly, almost exclusively, low in the hops, mostly, and just really, it's kind of beer. It's the beer you want to have when you're having more than one, which is a steal of a tagline from another brewery from a long time ago. But it's truly that way. We sell a lot at the Des Moines Airport.
Nice.
We sell I think 5 kegs a week or something like that.
Jeez,
Wow.
nice. So
Usually when I'm drinking a
Carol
beer,
Light.
I would like to have more than one.
Yes.
I can't just do one.
Right?
Yeah. No, very true. I think once you start getting into the 7, 8, 9, 10%, it's just like you're just saying,
It's just tough. I mean, it's so sugary mostly, and it's overpowering, and you can't have more. I mean, and I watched somebody kind of have their friends kind of walk them out of here before, and I'm sure they're hitting all the heavy ones.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, we went to the GABF one time, and he said he's just going to have barley wine the whole time, and the next day he looked horrible.
I guess it happens.
But at this Brewfest, sort of a rollout. The band that's going to be playing here in a little bit, Mike Valley and the Complete Disaster. Mike Valley's a professional skateboarder, or had been in his life. He's 51, so he doesn't quite do that anymore. He still skates, but not the same. He rides bikes more. We've been riding bikes together. I've been traveling with these guys, kind of their, at least right now until they find somebody better. I've been their band manager. But we came out with a beer at Carol Brewing called Street Plant that is spectacular. It's a hoppy wheat beer. It's really good. It's cloudy. I think it's 4.7%. You can have more than one.
Ooh.
And we might be coming out with another one, a lemon shandy, called Street Plant also. We're going to do some work with those guys. They're great. The band, you're going to hear them in a little bit. They're really great, and the beer is really awesome at Carol Brewing in Carroll, Iowa.
Are they going to have it just at the tap room only, or are you guys going to have it like at the
you can get it right now. They bought 10 cases at Captain Roy's.
Nice.
We rolled out a lot of cases of that first batch. Now we just brewed a huge batch, and we're going to have a lot more beer, a lot more street plants going to hit the streets here soon. It's been a fun collaboration.
Nice,
That's pretty awesome.
So how's I guess you can say, you know, with COVID and everything the way it is, how's everything been for business and everything, beer wise and everything? I mean, how has the whole industry been?
You know, I know a lot of these breweries sold a lot of in the grocery store. If they're canning up, they were doing pretty good. They did a lot of sales, you know, order up and take home kind of stuff. So they've done pretty well that way. I would say I don't know of any breweries that closed during COVID.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic news.
That's good.
And I think there's 107 in the state now. I think there's 70 here at the event, 300 different beers. Near sellout for this. You know, we're up against Hinterland today, but looks like a lot of people are having a lot of fun. Iowa breweries. There's huge lines for the hot breweries, but there's lines at every place.
Yep. And
people love their Iowa beer.
And it's awesome, and that's why, you know, that was our biggest thing to come here, was to really help support local beers, local breweries. We're doing snippets of tasting, you know, individual beers from individual breweries, and just kind of giving our take on it and everything. Yeah. So this is cool. It's really cool to kind of see how everybody, because all this money, I mean, it's going back to local businesses. Yep. You know.
Yeah, all this money. Actually, this is a Brewfest is to support the Iowa Brewers Guild, which helps them run their guild, pay their staff, which is a very small staff, but also get a lobbyist. And keep doing really great things for Iowa brewing companies. I wanted to talk real quick. So we've kind of ramped back up with Jimmy Carter now that COVID kind of moving out of it. We'll see where we're at. But Jimmy Carter Happy Hour at the bait shops every first Thursday of the month, and we did We've partnered up with Habitat for Humanity. We're hoping to do a project called The House That Beer Built, and we hope to get people to come and donate money and hopefully build a whole house on craft beer from home brewers. And some of the breweries that are here today were original the fan favorites at Jimmy Carter Happy Hour at El Bait Shop. And John Martin, who owns Confluence, was definitely one, and the other one who maybe people don't know as well because he's been working for DuPont Pioneer for quite a long time. He just retired. I just found out. I've been kind of waiting for him to retire because he's a great brewer and it's a dark horse, and people don't know this, but his name is Brian Sauer, and he is or Brian Sabis, different Brian. Brian Sabis. Brian Sabis is a home brewer extraordinaire that opened up Twisted Vine, and now that he's going to be there full time after he's retired, I'm telling you right now, people are going to be surprised. He makes really good beer. He's one of the best home brewers that we ever saw at Jimmy Carter. And I told him if he can get free to come over and join you guys and talk about what they do there, because they need a little attention, and I think when you drink their beer, it's well-deserved attention.
Got it. No, I love. I actually stopped by Twisted Brewery. I took my wife there towards the end of last year, I think, or so. It's right off of, I think it's at Valley West Drive. So if you guys get a chance, go check it out near Valley West Mall.
Yeah, it's near the keg stand.
Yeah, right next to the keg stand. Badass freaking brewery there. I loved it. It's just, I don't know, man. I just love beer, period. So yeah. I'm not too picky.
I grew up across the street from Brian's grandparents, so it's just like there's a connection there.
That's cool. No, that's cool. No, check that out. That's pretty cool what you guys are doing. So, but yeah, no, this is awesome just to have Bruno, have Ross kind of join us on the Whelm here. We're going to hear some good music, you said, here coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, Mike Valley and the Complete Disaster. Awesome. I've been touring with them. This is they've been only out as a band for 7 days.
Wow.
Their second gig was at Seven Flags here in town. They opened up for Limp Bizkit.
Oh, nice.
And Fred Durst got on stage and sang a song with Mike. Mike's a professional skateboarder, like I said. If you're into skateboarding, I don't need to tell you who Mike Valley is, but just Google him. If you Google him, you could watch, I don't know, a full month's worth of video. He's tons of skateboard stuff. He was in Mall Cop. Paul Blarty's on.
Yes.
He was on some Jackass, some seasons of Jackass. He's been on a lot of different things, and really one of the neatest people I've ever met in my life.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Do you skate yourself, Bruno?
No.
No.
I'm just a fan of things, and then next thing you know, like I said, until they find somebody better, I'm not. They're calling me their manager of the band, which I just think is kind of a goof. I think they're making fun of my sunglasses. They're calling me Bruno Goldstein, or Goldie for short. and I'm the guy that's supposed to work through the crap for them and make things work.
That's my bad. I'm an idiot. I don't know.
You're all good.
I don't know how to work the camera very well, but
that's all right.
No, this is awesome, man. Just to have you here. And then I was talking to Kit. You weren't here earlier, Bruno, but I think we're just going to do this every year. This is so cool.
Oh no, it's neat that you got in. I don't know how that happened.
Me neither.
Mindy Toyne is a friend of mine, and she's helped put together this event.
This is awesome.
This is the first year we've had. They've decided to have it here at Waterworks Park.
That's cool.
I think it's genius. I think it's perfect. We've got room to expand.
Oh yeah.
We could have more breweries. We have 70 here, but we could have another 37 here.
Agreed.
And it could be. It's going to be moving forward the place to be.
I agree.
For this kind of event.
Can't wait. And then even if we don't even get, I don't like you're saying. I have no idea how we got a vendor booth. We'll take it, but I mean, even if we were just outside with the table, I think we would have still been here and having a blast.
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just us.
We're gonna come regardless
Yeah.
whether we have a booth or not.
We just would have been on the back seat of my truck or something outside.
There you go, yeah.
It would have been just as fine. But
Yeah, no, I get it.
so
Yeah, I want to say, well, Christina over at
Kalona.
Brewing, she's part of the Iowa Brewers Guild. I think maybe she had a little something to do with it. Maybe.
she helped us out, get us a spot. So that was really cool of her. But this is awesome. If you're not here this year, that's fine. Next year, you guys have to come check it out. It's one of the. I haven't been here at this location. Obviously, this is the first year. Hopefully, they do it again here next year because it's an amazing venue.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I think Christina was pretty hot to be here. It was.
This is so cool.
She was one of the ones I think I heard that wanted to be here and make it happen. And down at Kalona, I've been there. That's a pretty neat brewery too. I've been to all the breweries mostly. There's a lot of new ones though, and I've probably got to get back out there and meet up with some of these new folks. There's some new faces out here today. That's the cool thing about Iowa beer. There's always something new. Always something new to try. There's always new beer for sure, right? But there's always some new breweries too.
Agreed. So we'll let Bruno go. I know he's got to go and check out the music here coming up soon. Thank you so much for your time. If anybody, like I said, go check out El Becha. Go check out Crazy Horse in Des Moines.
Lucky Horse.
Or Lucky Horse. Did I just say Crazy Horse?
It used to be Crazy Horse, but we
That's right. Okay.
came to our senses.
They can, Lucky Horse. Go check that out. Oh, go check out Ken's Not So
Secret
Speakeasy. I took my in-law out there. I showed you. I took my wife out there. My in-laws loved it. The people, I had some visitors from California. Remember?
Yeah, that's right below the Iowa Tap Room.
So go check that out too. Check out the Iowa Tap Room. Everything on that. It's
just
pretty,
look up fullcourtpress.com
there you
or
go.
Des Moines.com, and you'll see all the things you can do that are cool in Des Moines. And there's a lot of other things too.
Awesome.
All right,
Thanks,
cool.
Bruno.
Thanks, Bruno.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Beerfish Fanatics, and it is still SWAS. So, what's SWAS, Kit?
It is swamp ass.
So if you don't know what SWAS is, it's so hot. It's swamp ass.
It's
Swass.
SWAS. So that's what we call it.
It's sexy.
There we go. So, in case everybody is wondering, we have Christina here with Kalona Brewing Company joining us. Thank you so much.
And the Iowa Brewers Guild.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can't leave that out.
Very true. Very true. She's the secretary.
Yeah.
You're the secretary, right?
Yeah, on the board, yeah.
There you go. So, and they are the ones who are putting this on the Iowa Craft Beer Festival. Like I said, I've probably said this multiple times. We are beyond ecstatic and just being here. We had no expectations. We had no idea. And then Christina's like, "Yep, you're in." I go, "Okay." So I told her, "Hey, Kit, I guess we're in." They're like, "Okay, we'll go record." We've had so many guests here, so it was kind of cool. And Kalona's tent over here was blowing up. How's it been? How has this festival been for y'all?
It's been great. It's been steady, and there are a lot of people that really love beer, know a lot about beer, and I'm just incredibly impressed with the people who have come to this festival. And I've got to walk around and taste, and I have not been disappointed. So,
And
yeah.
can we talk about the venue here?
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so open because what was it? A few years ago, we were downtown on a street, concrete, super hot.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't a part of it, but I attended the event, but this is like way better.
I know you can bring lawn chairs and hang out. There's a couple bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have some-
you guys might hear music in the background too.
Yeah. If we haven't said that, yeah, there's music here.
Yeah, Mike V, the professional skateboarder.
Oh, yeah,
lead
Bruno.
Singer of Black, with his new band.
Yeah.
The Complete Disaster, which does not sound like a complete disaster.
Right.
I guess it's ironic, which I'm glad about.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mhm.
But no, it's. Did you have something to do with this venue a little bit, or was this something that you kind of threw up in the air? I heard your name was thrown in there a little bit.
Well, the Iowa Brewers Guild board talked about finding a bigger venue, and they were really jazzed to use Waterworks Park because there's a lot of space. So,
Right. And I feel like it can only grow from here. I think like this year people are still kind of about the COVID thing, but I feel like next year, depending on where I would imagine, I don't see it going back downtown.
I don't think so. I mean, looking at the space, I think we could fit 40 more breweries and circus performers.
Easily.
Right, yeah.
Agreed.
Like hopefully, like let's say by the time next year we're all past this COVID thing, and people aren't scared to come out. It can only get bigger.
I think so too. It's going to be really beautiful.
And it's so cool to have the stage back there, the music, the entertainment, and then the food vendors. I think they have so much room. This is a badass venue to have this event.
This is awesome, yeah.
Really cool. I like that. I think everybody that we've talked to has said this is awesome.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool, and then for us to even be a part of this, and then like I said, we were talking before everybody was open and everything. We're like, man, nobody's going to even stop by and talk to a podcast of guys who just sitting here don't have beer.
What? Wait, it's craft beer and fishing. How could you not want to talk to
Right,
you?
Right? Is there anything else in life?
We had no idea.
No.
So we were blown away by the amount of people that stopped and just talked. And I was like, dude, this is so cool. You guys are awesome. Like, okay, that's awesome. Well,
Have you met a lot of people that fish?
yes.
Yeah, I would say about 50-50 are also fishermen. Like obviously everybody that's here loves beer.
Yeah.
And I'd say about half of them also like fishing.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
50%?
And then the ones who do love beer, they say, I don't fish, but I have a son that fishes. I have a husband that loves fishing. I have all this that loves fishing. So that was really, really, really pretty cool. So, but yeah, no, this is so cool. Your booth has been nonstop though, so this is the thing. So Fishing Kid and myself, we're like, all right, we gotta get Christina on. We wanted to get her on first, but then the moment they opened the doors, we're like, holy shit! It was like a line. We're like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
We'll let her do her thing. We'll let Kalona do her thing. We're like, get it an hour. What the hell? It was literally 2.5 hours later. It's the same shit. It's a line all the way, and it's still a line over there. So it's just like,
happy.
but it's awesome.
I was so happy. You guys have done so much for Kalona Brewing Company, and
Cool.
it was great to have you out and to talk to you. And so now to be in Des Moines, because we sell our beer in Des Moines,
Yes.
but it's nice to be able to actually talk to people and
Right.
bring everybody from it's like little Amish town outside of Iowa City.
Yeah, so how's the feedback been? I would assume positive.
Really good. Yeah, people like, we use pure ingredients. We don't use any additives or synthetics. So people like that. We're very true to style.
Right.
And, we like meeting people, too, that haven't had a lot of experience with craft beer, so it's fun to figure out what they like.
Yeah, we always tell our audience that are like on the fence about jumping into the craft beer. We also have Kalona Classic, easy drinking.
Our guy's here.
Yes.
Our dang delicious, Jesse. Yeah, he
Got him to work over there. He's
I got him
he's
to
pouring
work.
left and right.
I know he's
awesome.
His stuff's pretty fun. Yeah.
No, like Fishing Kid said, a lot of people have been grabbing the Kalona Classic because a lot of our listeners at the beginning, because they're opening up. So this is so cool of our listeners. Thank you guys so much, by the way, that you guys are opening your beer tasting. Most of them, I would say easily 70 to 80% of them drink domestic.
Sure.
light beer.
Yeah.
But we're like, you know what? Support local breweries. Try these beers. It will get you into the craft scene, where you don't have to drink something that's gonna like that. And like he was saying, like Kalona Classic is the perfect beer to introduce you into the craft beer scene.
That's awesome. Well, you're going to be sitting out there for a while, waiting for the fish. You should enjoy your beer.
Right.
I don't know.
In between the fish catching.
In between, yeah. There's
in between,
there's so much fish catching.
Yeah.
They're jumping into the boat.
Right.
You just pour beer in the water and then they jump in.
Drink like a fish, as they say.
Oh, that'd be a good tagline. Cute,
Drink
wouldn't
like
it?
a fish. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, fish like a drink like a fish.
Yeah.
I like that. We had to work that for something.
We'll have to work. Yeah,
Jeez.
mess
I
around
wonder if
with
you work
that
for
one.
marketing or not. She knows her thing. But this is so awesome. I'm just having a blast. Like I think Fishing Kit, and just to give you a heads up, I think we want to be a part of this every year if we can. It's just like we'll just join you guys. We'll just crash your guys' party. We're just a bunch, two fishermen. Well, one real fisherman, one wannabe, and
This is perfect. It's so perfect that you're here. I mean, really, I couldn't think of it's ideal. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity. Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I had zero expectations. Like, oh wow, I can't believe we're gonna be at a beer festival.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the principal building. I can see the principal building in front of us. And when you guys get a break, come have some beer.
We are.
Kelowna tent.
We've been having here.
You'll have a little bit.
We've been jumping around.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's part of your art, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Beer Fish Fanatics if we weren't going around drinking beer.
Right.
Right. It would just be fish.
Right.
Fish fanatics.
There you go.
All right.
But other than that, though, thank you so much, Christina, for just having us here and stopping by,
thank
giving
you
us
for
your
being
time
here.
to talk a little bit.
Thank you. I'm sorry it took so long, but I always show. I'm fashionably late. That's my thing.
It's awesome. That's okay.
That's probably why I don't fish, because I get there at like 4 o'clock. The fish are asleep or whatever. They've tucked in everybody.
Yeah. They're done
gone to
biting at
bed.
that time.
They're done. Yeah.
Well, then, if that's the case, we got to take you for the evening bite.
Is there an evening shift? Really?
For fish?
Morning and evening.
I
fish.
didn't know that.
Guaranteed.
Sign me up for the evening
All right.
shift.
Yeah, it's like breakfast and dinner
Yes.
for the fish.
Yeah. That's me.
Hey, I like
That's
that.
my thing.
Breakfast and dinner. That's exactly right
Oh, you're
for fish.
right.
So,
Totally.
so we'll take you out when we get an opportunity to.
Thank
But
you.
other than that, everybody go check out Kalona Brewing Company. Amazing food. If you're in southeast Iowa, go check out their food. Fishing Kid and myself went out there. Amazing food. Check out their beer. I know you guys are at pretty much all the high V's here in central Iowa now, Des Moines, Iowa.
Yep.
So
True.
stop by, grab some of that. Kelowna Classic. Actually, the Iowa. I still love the Aloha one. I still love the Aloha.
Pineapple, yeah.
Yeah, I still love. That's one of our favorites. I
That was
think.
my first Kelowna beer.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Pineapple's good.
Yeah, and like I was surprised by it because I normally don't go out of my way to drink, fruit beer or whatever. I was like, wow, it's pretty good.
yeah.
Belgian.
There
It's
you go.
Belgian, yeah. That's it.
So make sure you guys go grab one of those and then tag us. Let us know. But like I said, next year you guys have to come to the Iowa Craft Brew Fest. Amazing time, amazing beer. It's just well worth your time and supporting local, man. I love it.
BFFs forever.
BFFs.
Yeah, BFFs.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Christina.
Cool.